Who remembers the BJ and Bill show all those years ago on WOLZ? Well, many have said they missed the show, and guess what? They're back. Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast.
Welcome to BJ and Bill, the podcast, a part of the Podcast Playground Network. And please give us that 5-star review, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever you do your podcasting. And of course, follow us on Facebook, BJ and Bill, the podcast. And you can always email us, BJ and Bill, the podcast at gmail.com, as we welcome you to episode 119.
It's an odd number, but this will be the final episode of BJ and Bill, the podcast. Just before the recording started, BJ was telling his wife something and then told me out loud not to get married, and he would be paying for that comment later. So when BJ Odom is erased by his wife later today, you'll know why. It's been a good run, and we've appreciated having you with us for 119 episodes. So, but it's over. So
I don't know.
Maybe she'll let him off the hook. I don't know.
She's as feeble as I am. I can maybe somewhat outrun her if I get on
you
my
hop in your scooter and outrun her down the street. I want to see that on videotape. That sounds awesome.
That'll be exciting.
That would be exciting. Yes. All right. I was going to ask, how are you? But I already know you're a marked man. So
and then I don't know what she's doing out there, but she's making more noise than if I had a house full of rats right now. I don't know what she's trying to accomplish out there.
Are you
But
now you're equating your wife with a rat?
She should know that this is podcast time. I know she's going out with her little friend in about 45 minutes. Why don't you go over to her house and just wait for her there, dear, instead of waiting for her here?
Wow. I don't think I want to be a part of this, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut now. And normally I would ask, how are you? And I already know how you are. And so, but look at you wearing your red Bucks hat today.
Yeah, they won.
Let's change the subject to something a little more exciting, a little more happy.
I don't know if it's more exciting or more happy, but hey, they won again. They started the first quarter like it was going to be a runaway freight train. And then the second quarter came around, and boy, oh boy, did they fall flat.
And that kind of seems to be a recurring story with them, doesn't it? I mean, you and I remember that. You and I would be texting back and forth at the beginning of a game going, wow, it looks great. And then, I'm not going to say the wheels come off, but then it's like things come back to earth. And yesterday against Las Vegas at home, which was an interest. And I'm so happy that the timing worked out perfect because I was driving into St. Pete right around the beginning of the game. Yeah, right around the end of the game, about 4:00 or so. And I'm like, oh boy, I got to get, I'm cut across on 275. I texted you. I'm literally looking over my shoulder at the stadium thinking, okay, just keep the game going a little longer so that people stay there and they're not out crowding the streets. And I was able to get over to St. Pete easy enough. So good job, everybody. Good job.
Yeah, when you texted me, I think it was just going into the fourth quarter, if I remember right. So
yeah, I was
time.
running a little ahead of schedule, which was great. So anyway,
but
you're right. They always look like the next, like they look. Well, I was going to say like the Kansas City Chiefs, but Kansas City doesn't look all that good in the start of the game either. I don't know. They look great, and then they fall apart. They don't fall apart is a little too strong. For some reason, they can't keep that big momentum going. And then it gets exciting in the second half. It's like, okay, well.
And at least the last few games, they've pulled it out in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
But I don't know. I haven't worn my Baker Mayfield jersey in a long time. Because, they were losing. I bought the jersey. They lost 4 in a row.
Right.
And I refused to wear it. I refused to wear my red hat. I refused to wear my blue hat. I refused to wear my T-shirt. And they're finally winning. So I basically just sat there watching the game on the couch in normal clothing. No,
Hmm.
no official Bucks gear anywhere on my body, and they've been winning, so I'm not putting any on my body during a game until maybe they lose again. And then if they lose again, I think they might. I don't know. They're in first place right now.
I was going to say this sounds like a very complicated system, and I'm not sure I follow that, but I get it. Not wearing BJ not wearing Bucks gear equals win. I would sit and watch the game naked if I were you, and then oh wait, ooh. Oh, I'm sorry I said that, everybody. That's planted a seed that's not going away. All right, so watch the game in street clothes, regular stuff. Then we go from there. Yeah, stop laughing. It's awesome.
I
Okay.
think I'm going to watch the game naked this
I
Sunday
think
just to see what happens. It all
I
depends on
do
the
not
weather,
want
though.
pictures. I do
I mean,
not want to see that on Facebook or anywhere else, but I
let's
think
just
you should do it. Yes.
let's just say this: if the weather continues like it has been here in Florida, no way am I going to watch the game with no clothes on. I'm sitting here going to my. Here's another disagreement my wife and I have. I keep saying, "Let's go back to Fort Myers. It's colder than hell up here. I hate it up here."
I hear you. And honestly, it's been even it's all it's even cooler here in Gainesville where, we're an hour and a half north of you or whatever. And we played pickleball Saturday morning. We actually made the conscious decision to push it back from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. because there was, and I'm not kidding, a freeze warning in effect in Gainesville on Saturday morning that expired at 9 o'clock. Now, that doesn't mean at 9 o'clock it went from 30 degrees to 50 degrees, but the sun came out and warmed things up enough that it wasn't too bad playing. But freeze warnings overnight in Gainesville. And yeah, I've had a few friends back Sarasota, Venice way saying, you could move back. And I'm thinking,
I
my
could.
lease is up here in February. I'm thinking I'm going to give that some thought.
I think I would be.
I'm giving it some serious thought.
Can't believe we're crying about this weather when there's people.
Yeah.
There's
We're
people
here.
being
We are two
covered in
old men
snow
crying
right
about
now.
the fact that it's been 40 overnight, while our friends in Cleveland and Buffalo are shoveling their butts out, getting the snow out up there. Yeah. No, no
It's what we're
sympathy for
used
you,
to.
old dudes.
We both lived here for 40 years.
Plus, yes.
Yeah. So we have the right.
Thank you.
If you just move down here, and you're going, oh, this is well,
Yeah.
screw you. We've been here for 40 years when it used to be warm this time of year.
Well, again, if you were in Fort Myers, it's probably Alexa, what's the temperature in Fort Myers, Florida right now? Let's ask her.
It's not that much difference.
It's 71 degrees in Fort Myers, Florida right now. 71.
And it's 62 here, so it's 9 degrees different in Fort Myers than it is right
And
here.
I'll bet you it's cooler here. Wait a minute, I'm gonna get my phone. I don't need to wait for who there to answer my question. So stand by. So here in exciting Gville, what'd you say? 62 where you're at in Claremont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it there?
Okay. It's funny. That's weird. It's actually a little warmer here. Is that right? 65 in Gainesville. Of course, we have the sun just came out. So all right. All right.
Wait a minute. Mine was updated.
Yeah.
70 here.
70. Okay, so
I can live with 70
much today.
Yeah, I can live with 70.
Yeah, I can't complain too
69,
much.
forget about it.
Yeah,
70, I'm good. 69, that's where I draw the line.
There you go. So anyway, two old men complaining about the cold weather because it ain't beach weather. So yeah, I hear that. I do.
Well, let's just complain about some more old man stuff because I got it right here.
You got more old man stuff? I'll do one quick story. And then I'll give you your old man stuff. I mean, like, geez, oh whiz, 30 years ago, when I first moved to Fort Myers, I it must have been 30 years ago. And the little cell phones were just coming out. I had like a flip phone or something. And I am literally walking on Fort Myers Beach with the then wife and my then wife, shout out to Paula. And it's like Christmas or the day before or whatever, and I'm talking to my father in Cleveland on my cell phone, walking the beach in Fort Myers Beach, and I literally said, "Dad, listen to this." And I put the phone down by the sand where the water was lapping on the beach. And he said, "What's that?" I said, "That's the water lapping on the beach as I'm walking in my bare feet and toes in the water in Fort Myers on Christmas." And he's like, "Oh, the hell with you." So anyway, that's my Christmas story there from ancient times. So there
Now
you
let me
go.
ask you this. Well, we'll keep on the subject of the nice warm beach.
Sure, sure.
Now, when you first moved to Florida, did you spend a lot of time at the beach? Because I think the first year, maybe 2 years, I spent a lot of time on the beach,
Everybody
and I would,
does. So yeah,
and
the
I
answer to
would,
your question is yes. I think everybody does that. Yes.
and then of course after the first couple years, like, oh my God, the traffic's going to be bad down there. There's going to be a lot of people down there. I just, I lost interest in the beach after the first 2 years. I could care less if there was a beach
Right.
five
It
miles
wears off.
away.
It
I,
wears
I,
off. It absolutely does.
I had better things to do, like going to the Crown Lounge and the ABC Lounge and things like that.
But and also for those first 2 years, every friend, every family member, everything that you don't remember is calling you from back up north saying, "You're in Fort Myers, Florida now? Can we come visit? Do you have a spare bedroom or a couch to sleep?" I'm like, "Oh gosh, yes." So yeah,
I, I remember that also the first
you
few
got
years.
friends everywhere. You got friends you didn't know you had that
Yeah,
know
we
now
used to
you
go
live
to
by the
school
beach.
together. Yeah, and you used to pick on me all the time. Think I could come stay on your couch? You got to pick on me, you little. Dude.
Exactly. Exactly. So that, I mean, and everybody, I mean, this is not news. We're not breaking any headline news here for all of our listeners and friends in Southwest Florida. I mean, we have listeners and friends everywhere nowadays, but all of those who were with us back in the day in Southwest Florida, in Fort Myers, Naples, Cape Coral, Bonita, you remember this. You moved there. It was wonderful. You went to the beach. It wore off after a while because, like you said, traffic and crowds and all that stuff. But everybody else up north thought that you had won the lottery, won the jackpot, and
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
God, he's living by the beach. Yeah, absolutely.
And then, of course, they don't realize when they come down that people that live here, especially back in those days when we were younger whippersnappers, we had rents, mortgages, and food bills and everything, and we weren't on vacation.
Right. We actually worked there.
Yeah, and so they thought that it was just one big giant vacation. And you go, well, no, I got to wake up and go to work in the morning. I can't stay here at the Crown Lounge all night long like you can.
I remember I would be on an airplane flying back to Fort Myers. Oh, now my lawn maintenance guys are here. I hope that doesn't come across too loud. But I would be on the plane flying back, and for me, I'm going home. But the people sitting around me are all super excited to be flying out of Cleveland, going to Fort Myers, Florida for a vacation. Oh, Oh, we're going to have such a great time. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. Oh, are you going on vacation? I said, and I would say, no, I live there. And they would all go, wow, is it? And I would cut them off right in mid-sentence. I'd go, it's terrible. You shouldn't go. You should just get off the plane and just turn right around. Because, it's like, it's crowded enough down there. It's crowded enough.
And my son says it just keeps getting more crowded. And you would think with all the hurricanes and everything else, it wouldn't be the case. But he goes, just keeps getting worse, Dad. But of course, he has no intention of leaving anytime soon.
Oh, I was going to say, and again, my leaf blower guy is here, so hopefully not too loud. Yeah, well, look at you. You'd move back in a minute. You'd move back in a New York minute. So,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why it's still crowded. I mean, people find a way to make it work. And like I said, I've been watching the YouTube videos and all that. I mean, especially north of like Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, those kind of areas. Terrible real estate markets right now. I mean, if you're trying to sell, the prices are falling, and the stuff that's been inflating and going crazy over the past couple of years, real estate prices are finally coming back to earth. And Southwest Florida, Sarasota, all the way down to Naples is often mentioned as one of those places that's like, yeah, they went crazy for the past 10 years, and now not so much.
I don't know. I forget which one of those websites it was the other day, just for,
Right, Zillow or one of those.
I was just on it just to have some fun. Like, let me see what prices are. And I'm looking around at everything that's even, worth living in. Nope, can't afford that. Nope, couldn't afford that. Nope, can't afford that. So it ain't down that much. It's more than when I left, that's for sure.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I
And I've
don't.
only been
Well,
gone like 3-4 years.
yeah, yeah. Well, I was going to say, me, I wouldn't. I don't think I would ever buy a house. I mean, it's not my style. So, but it is interesting to look around it because, I don't want to pay that. The insurance is just insane how much it's gone up to try to have to live there. I don't know how people do it. Well, they pay a lot of money is how they do it. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. So I don't know. Like I said, I am looking at other apartments for rent back where I was, Sarasota, Venice, that sort of a thing. So yeah, where it's warmer today, warmer. All right, enough of that. Enough of the old men bitching about the weather. What else?
Credit scam. And I'm really wondering about this. I've gotten 2 emails 2 days in a row, and it says it's from my credit card company, but I've went to the credit card company to check it out, and I can't find the information that says I supposedly have had a new real estate account open up in my name.
And have you
It was
called your credit
like,
card company and actually talked to them about it,
no,
or
and it
no?
wasn't with my credit card. Just saying, on the credit, on the, your credit journey or whatever. Because
Oh,
nowadays,
report your credit report, like
yeah,
Equifax and all of those guys.
yeah,
That's a new one. I mean, I kind of keep up on all the scams and stuff going on because I do videos about them for my iPhone audience. I haven't seen that, but that doesn't mean it. I mean that
yeah.
a
Because it says
million people aren't
I
getting it.
recently opened a real estate loan.
A real estate and then what do they want you to do? Because it's all about the next step. What is it?
Well, for more
Does it
information,
say something like?
for more information, obviously, you click a link, which I
Okay,
didn't click, but it makes it
yeah.
look like it's from the credit card, one of the credit card companies that I use that are telling me
Did
this. That
you?
My Expedia report says I've opened
Yeah.
a,
Oh, it does.
yeah,
Oh boy,
but I
that's
don't know.
interesting.
But I've got two of them.
That's hmm. So
But I've went to the
but it's
credit
not from
card
a
company.
credit card though. Wait a minute. I thought you said I must have misheard that. It's not from a credit card company.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I have a card. Actually, both of my cards follow my credit journey. I can go to either
okay.
one of my cards. I have two different cards,
Right.
and I can go punch right now, and I can tell you what my credit score is
Sure.
and when it went up and when it went down from last month.
Yes.
Well, that's what it's telling me, that their records are showing that I've opened on Expedia. It shows that
A real estate loan or
yeah,
something, a real estate
yeah,
transaction of some. Wow.
a
That's
loan for real estate, or I've
that's
applied for
interesting.
a loan for real estate.
That's very interesting. And so, hmm, who did the email come from? That's my question. Did you ever look at the
Yeah.
specific email
Wait a minute.
address where it came from?
Oh, you are such a smart man, Bill.
That's how I teach people. I teach people how to check on these things. That's my part of my
Okay,
job.
let me go
Anyway,
right now.
okay, he's going to open up the email. We're going to see because very often it'll be from a crazy email address. I mean,
This one's not too weird, but it's not. It's from discover at services.discover.com.
that Sounds pretty legit to me. I mean, can you
Maybe I
call
will.
just,
Maybe I will call them later
yeah,
today
yeah.
and
That's
tell him I keep getting this email. What's this about?
rule number one for Mr. Bill when he teaches people about scams like that is speak to a real human and
Yeah,
don't call the
don't use
number.
don't use the number that's
Don't
on
use
the
the number
email.
on the email. Look at the
Go
back
right
of your
to
credit card or look at your bank statement or whatever and call that number. You call them. If they call you, you have no idea where that call's coming from.
no
If
kidding.
they yeah. So if somebody calls you, it's probably a scam. In fact, I have a video out there that says don't even think about it. 100% of the time, it is a scam. When somebody calls you and says, "Oh, we're from the bank, we're from Microsoft, we're from Apple." Oh no, you're not. So
Yeah,
call
no
them,
fooling
talk to a
me.
human, figure it out, and see if it's the real deal. So, it's interesting. It's just, the scams out there nowadays they range from this is pretty good. They did a pretty good job with this to try to fool me, all the way down to the totally ridiculous, like, one of those, Nigerian princes wants to give me $1 billion in gold kind of a thing, something like that. I mean, it's just, they're all over the map, but I probably get 2 or 3 of them a week, scams of one sort or another. So
And then, of course, I
um,
read something the other day said they're getting better and better and better.
they are getting better and better. Yeah, go to YouTube and hashtag Bill's iPhone tips, and you'll find a couple of videos that will help you navigate around this issue. How about that for a plug? That's a good one. So there you go.
So yeah, I'm going to do that after we do our
Good.
podcast.
Yeah, good.
I'm going to call
So,
them.
my favorite, just to finish that thought, because I know my friends have been getting this, and I know that means our friends, all of our friends in the audience. If you have an email address, and of course you have an email address, I get the popular one nowadays is from one of the online security companies like Norton Antivirus or McAfee Antivirus or whatever,
Oh yeah,
and it's the receipt for your renewal. Oh, you've just paid $479 to renew, Norton Antivirus. What? I bought it at Best Buy for $39, and now and then it gives you, if this is an error or if you want to get your money back, no problem, call us. Here's the number, and then they get you on the phone, and it's some kind of scam. So rule number one, those emails are always, always, always a scam. Don't fall for it. Rule number two, just trash them. Don't click
that's
links.
what I
Don't
do.
call anybody. Just trash them.
And you always get these things where it's got a receipt for you to open
Yeah.
that you just bought something, like something for $400 from Amazon.
Right.
Look at the
Right.
receipt.
Right.
As soon as you push on that receipt to open it, expect all
Well,
the little worms to crawl into your
it
computer.
might, it might. Sometimes it's literally just an image or a PDF file. I've opened a few of them. I have real live antivirus programs on my computer that protect me from that sort of thing. And, sometimes you can open those and it's not a problem. Most of the time, the scam is simply trying to get you, the person receiving it, to call a phone number somewhere so that they can say, "Oh, we need to get into your computer to uninstall this," or whatever. That's where the scam really begins. So anyway, there you go. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Don't ever fall for that stuff, people. Please, please.
Well, before we take a break, I guess we're not really timed yet. We got another 5 minutes.
You got 5 or 6 minutes.
Yes, but I just wanted to send my condolences out too, because I know we were talking about sports earlier. The Cleveland Browns are basically eliminated from the playoffs officially.
Mathematically eliminated from the playoff.
As of yesterday.
Yeah, they lost to Pittsburgh yesterday. I saw I saw a good post on Twitter the other night, and it was like, "Hey, Cleveland sports fans, you're okay. Your baseball team went to the playoffs. Your basketball team is crushing it. Is number one in the NBA right now. And the Cleveland Browns, well, they find amusing ways to lose." And I'm like, that sums it up. They're gonna lose, but they're in it. They're having fun. It's an amusing way to lose. And sometimes you never know. They get close sometimes. They get close. So anyway, Yeah, I lost to Pittsburgh yesterday. Big time rival. Pittsburgh definitely going to the playoffs. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
And then last night, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, because I didn't mention this.
Yes,
Now, Bill Stevens was on the road,
I was.
so he listened to the game on radio.
Thank you, Gene Deckerhoff. Love you, man.
I was here. The CBS station, I shouldn't talk about this, but
You
I'm
can
going
go
to.
ahead. I don't think they're going to come after you, but go ahead. They had the Jacksonville game on, and
Yeah.
like I had it on too. Of course, I always get if it's the same time period, I'm going to get the Jacksonville game because I'm up here in Gainesville, very close to Jacksonville. And so what was it? The 3-9 Titans are playing the 2-10 Jaguars. I think there was 50 people in the stands in Nashville.
I was so, because, I like to look at, I like to look what station's going to have it. And,
Right.
then I always go and because I can fast forward to, a few days to see if my particular Orlando station will be playing the Bucks game. And usually they are. But
Yes.
now they too wanted to play the Jacksonville Jaguar game.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
But remember what I told you about my friend Tom Drake.
Yes, we talked
Maybe I
about
shouldn't
this
be
last
using
week.
his name. My buddy Bill Johnson. Yeah, my
Yes.
buddy Bill Johnson.
The comedian who works on boats. Yes, we know.
When I was in the hospital, and I was a giant hockey fan at the time,
Right?
and the Tampa Bay Lightning were in the playoffs. It was
Yeah.
for the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah.
I think it was even Game 7. I don't remember for sure, but it was one of those. It was a big one.
Right.
And I griped about it on Facebook. Immediately, I get a call from my friend Bill Johnson,
That one. Yeah, we all know him.
and he goes, "I have YouTube TV. I can share it with friends. I'm going to share it with you right now. You can sit there in the emergency room at Tampa General, and you can watch the hockey game." Oh, thank you. You're my best friend in the whole wide world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I got to see the hockey game. Got to see him win. It was amazing. Tears of my everything, everything you could imagine. It was like a Hallmark movie come true, right there in my hospital bed.
Right.
And so a couple weeks ago, for some reason, I was thinking about getting, because you always talk about the multi-screens and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have YouTube TV now. Yes.
So I go to sign on for a trial to see if I like it. Poof. There it is. Poof. Sunday Ticket is on it. So I like, I can't, he's out at sea. He could be watching.
This is your buddy's. This is your buddy's account that you got how many years ago?
Well, when did they play in the Stanley Cup? It's been at least a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago that he shared his login information, his name and password with you. Yes. And now 3 years later, you fire it up.
All I did was put in my email address and poof, there it is.
There it is.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it because I can imagine him out at sea watching whatever football game he wants, and all of a sudden, zap, it goes out, and I am to blame.
I know you don't want that responsibility.
Good
for you. You're a good friend. You're a good friend for not wanting to screw him up.
No, I'm not.
Oh wait, what? Wait, what?
Yesterday, the Buccaneers were not on my play card. I go, let me see if I open my friend's YouTube account and if I can see the game. I was like,
and it worked.
It gets better.
It gets better. Wait.
It's like a couple minutes before 1:00.
Right. Kickoff.
I sign on. My eyes lit up like a little kid on Christmas. It showed me a little box with 4 games.
Right.
I hit the little box with 4 games because Tampa was one of those games on the little box.
On the little box.
4 screens appeared like magic on my screen. I'm like, oh, My God, I've hit the mother lode.
He's died and gone to football heaven.
I go, oh. And then I found out I could push any square and hear the sound.
That's right.
I was
That's
going, oh.
right.
And
Okay, Mickey Mouse.
so when the Tampa Bay game began, I pushed that square.
There it was. Oof.
There it was, the big
Full
screen, all on
Full
my
screen.
television. And I'm going, please, Lord, don't let him be watching a game and it gets shut off in the middle. Don't let me lose this game in the middle. And the good Lord was good to me. I don't know if Tom was okay out at sea or not, but I watched the game.
Okay. Wow. It's a long story for a big payoff, but okay. It was good. That was good. So yes. So we had talked about this a couple of weeks ago about using whatchamacallit, about YouTube TV. And believe me, I'm driving thinking, could I because I have the YouTube TV app on my phone and I can bring it up on my phone. And I'm thinking, could I actually bring that up on the phone and then I'm like, man, that's, you get pulled over for that. You're going right to jail for that.
Yeah, but you could do this because I have done this.
What's that?
I used to, I used to do the 6 to 10 gig at PVC. WPVC. And
the nighttime shift. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. Throwback.
yeah, 6 to 10 at night.
Right.
And so when I'm getting off, my Warriors were playing basketball.
Yes.
And sometimes they'd be on WTBS, or sometimes they'd be on ESPN. Well, my phone has an app to get all my TV stations on it. So I would flip on the game, plug it in to my car,
right,
and listen on my radio like it was a radio station and not a television station. So I did do that.
I actually thought of that while I was driving because, God bless them, the ESPN radio affiliate in Gainesville is the home of the Gators. So rather than run the Tampa Bay Buccaneers professional NFL football game, we were listening to the Lady Gators basketball game. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But I get it.
Was Shaq's daughter
Shaq's
playing?
daughter. I didn't listen to enough of it to hear. I hear she's off to a so-so start. But I mean, she's a freshman. Come on. So, no worries. She'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. And I'm also interested because I have not yet watched one. I want to watch a Gators basketball game because I guess they got this gargantuan guy that's like 9 foot tall or something. I don't think he's that tall, but he's like
they have a really big kid and they are doing really well. So the Gator football this year was a train wreck. Well, not a train wreck. It was a minor accident. But Gator basketball looking pretty sharp.
I want to see this kid in action. How tall is he? Do you know offhand?
I don't off the top of my head. Listen to that. I'll look it up on the break and then I'll come back and I'll let you know all about it.
All right. Because it is break time.
It is break time. So anyway, folks, no coffee for yours truly today. We're having a little tea and for the throat and I'm, whatever. So go refill your coffee or tea, make your bathroom stop, and we will be right back. Oh, look at that. He's showing off his Santa Claus mug.
Having hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate in a Santa Claus mug. Nothing says Christmas like that. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is BJ and Bill, the podcast. BJ showing off his Christmas mug with his hot chocolate. Bill working on his hot tea this morning. It's kind of a different morning out there, and it's okay. Doesn't matter. Wherever you happen to be, we would appreciate the 5-star review. Wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we are there. I guarantee you. And leave the review, and we would appreciate it. And if you want to get in touch, remember, you can check us out on our Facebook page, BJ and Bill podcast, the podcast, BJ and Bill, the podcast. And you can email us at bjandbillpodcast@gmail.com. There you go. Before the break, we were talking about the Florida Gators men's basketball team. And yes, they have a young man from Canada, from Quebec, Canada. I didn't know they grew them that tall. He is 7'9", 305 pounds. Olivier, it's French. Rieux, it's French, I guess. And went to the IMG Academy, which is a very famous sports academy for young people in Sarasota. So actually, Sarasota, Bradenton area. And 7'9". This guy is towering over our old friend Shaquille O'Neal. Unbelievable.
I've seen pictures. The net is almost touching the top of his head, and he doesn't even have his hands really up, and he's holding the rim. I mean, it's like all he's got to do is stand there with his hands up if he can catch a ball, and then he just got to go, Boop, just drop it in.
Yeah.
No jumping involved.
Just drop it. Literally just drop it.
Yeah.
Because nobody's blocking that guy. Nobody.
And you say how much? Amazing. How many pounds?
305. I mean, he's 7'9". He's probably built like a beanpole.
Yeah, but sometimes those tall guys, they're not the most coordinated, but I don't know.
That is very, very true. That's an issue, and they're not the most sturdy either. They have a lot. They can be injury prone. Now, again,
I remember when I was in junior high, and I played basketball, and we had a kid like almost 7 foot. I mean, he was a giant. Oh yeah,
in Indiana. Wow.
But he was, who would have thunk in Indiana? But playing basketball.
Go figure.
But the guy was a monster, but he was average at best. He never went on. I don't even know if he played. I mean, because he was a great guy. I mean, he was great to me. I mean, he was a good, fun-loving guy, but coordination was just not there. As much as they worked with him. I mean, they worked hard. They thought they had a prodigy, but he just never.
Not so much.
Never became the basketball star. I mean, he did good in 8th grade, but by the time, he got into high school, he was just too clumsy.
Yeah, I get you. Son, go back to farming. It's okay. All right, good.
Okay.
Well, no wonder things are a little weird today. Boy, we've been complaining about weather, and we've been complaining about everything, and you're drinking hot chocolate. I'm drinking tea. There's no coffee going on around here. It's weird. I tell you, it's weird. So it's all right. It's all good.
All right. Let's talk about another. I know there's many scams out there. Because we were talking about scams. I have been through. I'm not scammed anyone, and thank God no one has scammed me. But I have been scared, S-less.
Over.
So I've used Facebook Marketplace a couple times.
So have I.
I had a couple things for sale, that was, worth some money.
Yeah.
So the first time I had someone come pick it up, and I was like, are they going to stiff me? Is this going to work?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy came for the first thing, bought it, gave me cash, which was always good. Took it, left. I haven't heard from him, so that's good. Second guy, it was my little scooter, my little 3-wheel scooter.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a great scooter. I love it, but it doesn't go in the new SUV, the new electric, because all the batteries are underneath. It's like, it doesn't fit.
Okay.
So I went out and bought a new one.
Okay.
That folds down, kind of lightweight. You can, put it in the trunk of my Ioniq 5 with no problem.
Cool.
So I sold my other one. Here's my brain thinking, Mr. Worrisome. I'm going, well, I should let the guy give it a test drive. But what if he's got another person down at the end of the road? They throw in the vehicle and he runs off and steals it. or what if he
a high-speed scooter chase?
Yeah. What if he just takes it and doesn't give me the money? He's bigger. I hear you. What if he's bigger than me and he takes it and my wife goes, okay, I want you to take it outside the garage. I want you to sit up front with it. And I don't want you to bring him in the house, even if they say they have to go to the bathroom, because they'll be casing the place. So, if he's got
Okay.
go to the
I
bathroom.
hear you.
Sorry, my wife's very sick and she's in there and you can't go in.
Right.
So,
I
said,
hear you.
yeah, are you going to come get me? If I'm out there dead? She goes, oh yeah, I'll come out and help. I go, after I hear the gunshot, I'll come out.
Yeah. Okay.
But both of them worked out very well. The only thing is
Good.
they all gave me cash. I haven't cashed all the cash because, they give me $100 bills.
Cashed all the cash. It's not like you have to go to the bank to cash a $100 bill. You can walk into Publix with $100 bill.
Yeah, but I didn't have one of those pins to make sure that that's what they are.
Oh,
maybe
right.
they just came off the press.
I hear you.
I spent one of them from the first item I sold.
Okay. FBI hasn't knocked on your door just yet.
Haven't spent any from the second item yet.
It would be the Secret Service, but yeah. Okay. I hear you. So
yeah, I know it shouldn't be, but I mean, in this day and age, it's a little scary when you sell something online because you don't know from Jack, and the way it works, it's not a friend that you have on Facebook. It's just some schmo that comes to your door and
some random dude.
You got that scooter?
Right.
Yeah. I felt like I was doing a drug deal. I really did. I felt like I
get it. I do. I understand.
Doing a drug deal because a guy pulls up and you got the money. I got the money. Here's the money. Got the stuff. Yeah, I got the stuff. You want to take it for a little ride? Yeah, let me. Here, first ride's on me.
So, all right. So, good news is it all worked out. You got your cash. We're pretty sure it's not counterfeit, and you're okay. That's good to go. You're good. That's. But I imagine a scooter like that is not cheap. I mean,
yeah, I sold it for $400.
Okay.
I wanted $500. Okay, so he calls me, and I mean I've had this thing for 4 years, so it's not too bad. But he calls it because I had $500 on the thing. He goes, "You take 4.5." And I'd even said to myself, "I will take 4 for it, but no lower than 4."
Right. Okay.
So he gets there, and one of the tires is a little flat. And he goes, "Oh, I wonder where I'd get tires for this." He's looking at it. He goes, "I probably need to put some new tires on this thing." Did the whole thing. He goes,
the whole thing. Yeah.
He goes, I'll give you 4 for it. I'm thinking,
okay,
son of a bitch, you said you're going to give me 4.5 on the phone. So he goes,
this is how the negotiations work. It's always the way it works.
He goes, Absolutely. Will you take 4 for it? And I just said, well, I don't want to die. I just want you out of my house. So yeah, I'll give me 4 and it's yours. No, I didn't say that. So I took the 4.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if I will always tell people, it's like, well, whatever. I would always say, you can offer me whatever you want, but if somebody comes along and gives me the 5 that I want for it tomorrow, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or you can come here right now and give me the 5 bills for it, or $4.50 or whatever we.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I get it. We've all been to garage sales. Would you take 25 cents for this? Sure. Yeah. When I was at a garage sale, whatever you wanted to give me, just take this crap away. And yeah.
See, that's why I always, when we're having a garage sale, I said, I'll stand out here. I'm a good dealer. Can I have the? Yes, you can. Take it. It's yours.
Just take it. Just take it and get rid of it because I don't want it anymore. Yes, that's fine. That's totally fine. So there you go. All right.
I have some magic. I have some magic for sale. I wonder if I could sell that too. But that'd be a lot of. I don't think anybody would buy. Oh, let me talk to our listeners here. If anybody's interested in buying a complete kids magic show, a complete adult show, you can do a lot of this stuff for adults too.
Yeah.
Because I used to do an hour for kids. I used to do an hour, adult show, but I did have some jokes in my adult show. It wasn't all magic. There was some stand up in there too.
We know. Yes. I've seen it 100 times.
I'll let it all go for like $500. It's probably
awesome.
I probably got like $2,000 worth of, and I even got like a carrying case, that opens up and put your props on and everything else. I got things.
So no more magic shows for BJ Odom is what you're saying. You're retiring from that.
I'm retiring from that, and people say, well, they're all they're collectible. People like to collect. No, I'm not using them. I don't need them.
Right.
I can use my wife has enough stuff in the garage. I don't need to be using any of the square footage for my crap that I don't want anymore. She's
If
got,
only more people thought that way, houses would be half the size that they are now.
let's just say my wife has enough stuff
Oh, yeah.
to
Well,
fill the whole garage. I have a little corner of magic stuff. I could use that little corner for who knows what I could put over there.
absolutely.
More of her
Absolutely.
stuff and get it out of the house, maybe. That might work.
You can park your car in the garage, right?
Yes, we have okay. I have my scooter, well, the old scooter, and I had the new scooter in there.
Right.
Got the golf cart,
All right.
and we got the car.
Okay, so it all fits.
It all fits, and all of her stuff. We have all shelves on one wall. The side the golf cart's on, whole wall shelves. Those crates that you can put in, and
Oh
they
yeah.
got the lid
Oh yeah,
on
the
them.
Home Depot big black and yellow crates. I love those.
Whole thing.
Whole wall.
And listen to this. It rotates because let's say it's Halloween. Like
Yes.
2 or 3 of the boxes come in the house, and then
Yes.
whatever the holiday was before. So, and then the Thanksgiving, she's got freaking boxes for every holiday, and they kind of rotate in and out the house.
I hear you. I hear that. Yes, I get it. I get it. I have like 2 Christmas ornaments. I'll put those up very soon, and that's about it. But yeah, because well, of course, as we record this, Thanksgiving was last week. I was visiting those friends in Sarasota, and the one friend literally had a similar thing, had 2 big shelf units in the garage. Same thing, had her car and her golf cart and shelves lining the wall. Now she's gone to the next level, and if you've ever seen them, Home Depot has them, Lowe's has them, racks that hang from the ceiling, and the big boxes go up there as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh yeah, it's like you're already onto this. So
No,
it's
but
like,
well,
oh my God, it's another dozen big black boxes. Oh my God.
my daughter,
Yes,
who was made by my wife.
and you.
Yeah, but she has none of my. Well,
Very little of your very little of your DNA, and
let's
a lot of
say in
hers.
my genes, as far as being a little spunky and rowdy,
Yes,
those genes she got from me. Didn't
Good.
get those from her mother.
Good.
Those all came from me.
that's good.
But then her little trinket and her little that gene, oh, it went from mama to
You're right to
it went from grandma to great grandma to wife to daughter. It just
Wow,
it
all the way
trickled
down, all the way
Now,
down.
how much stuff
Dominant.
can we get, and how much stuff can we store in our house?
So you're saying your wife's mom was the same?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh
Wow.
yeah. Oh, oh, they're 2 of a kind.
BJ's having bad memories. He's having a flashback right now. I can see it.
And our daughter, I swear, I think she's got the same gene. I
Wow.
feel sorry for her boyfriend. But they have a
Mm.
1-car garage, so boyfriend had those put up, because he had some things too that he would like to bring to the house when he moved in.
Oh man.
So they put those shelves up in their house, and yeah, so above the car they have.
Yeah.
But they only have a 1-car garage, and they do get the car in the garage. So congratulations to her and her boyfriend.
The car fits in the garage.
Yeah, the car. Well, one of the cars fits in the garage. The other one fits outside.
For most people, the garage is just extended
Storage.
extra storage space.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they actually
as
get a
I
car.
ride my bike around the neighborhood or whatever, I mean, I'm in a nice old neighborhood here in Gainesville with lots of, houses. There's a real home neighborhood right next door, and I ride my bike there all the time. And yeah, very rarely is the car in the garage. Rarely. And, there'll be 2-car garage, 2 cars parked out front. The garage door is open. Now, some of them, there's a couple of guys in that neighborhood. I give them big credit that it's a man cave. The garage, there's the pool table is there. The big screen TV is on the wall. The old fridge in the corner. I'm like, nice. That's nice. 99% of the time, though, it's just boxes of stuff. And I don't have that gene. I just don't have that thing in me.
Neither
And
do I.
maybe it's
That's like
because
my
I've
wife.
been,
My wife
yeah.
saying, "Why do you want to get rid of your magic? What if you want to do it again?" I go, "I'm almost 70 years old. I'm not going to be doing magic. I'm not going to be going to the clubs till 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not for sure not going to be doing any more kids parties." At 70 years old, what's the dirty old man doing? Look at it. He wants to put the kid on his lap. No, I'm trying to do a magic trick for the kid. I'm not trying to like put my hands anywhere it's not supposed to be.
Careful, careful, Grandpa, careful. But yeah, I get it. I totally get it. There comes a time in life to let stuff go. A lot of it.
And it's time to let my magic stuff go.
Because what are you going to do with it? What are you? I had that, and I'm sure I'm not alone. I guarantee that most of the people of our age in our listening audience have had this experience, or you will very soon. And that is, okay, both parents are gone now. There's the house full of stuff in Cleveland. What am I going to do with it? And the answer is half of it was junk. I mean, literally junk. The real estate agent, God bless him, was a guy who could move heaven and earth. He lined up one of these gigantic industrial dumpsters in the front yard, and I emptied the house of junk for a week, and I barely put a dent in it. So, all right, off my high horse now.
And my wife was somewhat complaining about when her mother passed, saying, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do? We gotta clean up." I go, "Your daughter's gonna say the same thing."
Same thing. The same thing. And we don't think of it while we're here, among the living, while we're still got time to do something about it. But people don't think like that.
They all think
more
they're going to
stuff,
live.
more stuff, more stuff.
They all think they're going to live forever.
Maybe so. Maybe, or they're just not thinking ahead about your kids are going to have to handle this when you're gone. Do you really want to burden them with that? I don't know. Have that discussion now with mom and dad before it's too late, guys.
Well, I have said this before, and the chances of this happening are so nil that I
don't ever say that.
But, let's just say for some reason, I would go before the wife. I've already told her, going to call Mandy, have her come, whatever you want, feel free to take. Gentry, come to the house, go through the house, whatever you want, feel free to take.
Right.
And then I'm going to I don't know if I can be a realtor or not. Well, it might be. I'll call a realtor and a dump company and say, "Hey, well, first I might say, I'm going to open."
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you were dead.
No, I said it in the weird synopsis that she goes
that your wife passes first. I'm not sure that's what you said before, but it doesn't matter.
Well,
we understand.
What I meant. Yeah.
We understand.
Alive, her being
you have
gone.
survived. You have survived your wife, which, like you said, has zero chance of happening. But just in case. Just in case.
So I would call the kids, tell them take what they want. Then I would call the dumpster person.
Yep.
Well, no, I think I would open the house like a store. We're having a house sale. Come in, make a bid.
Estate sale.
Hey, you want a couch here? Take that couch right there. You can just have it today. It's yours. You look like a nice couple. Take the couch. You want the couch? Take the couch. I will get rid of everything except for I'm looking at a computer screen. I'm looking at a computer light. I'm looking at a microphone. I'm looking at a board over here. Whatever's on this table, I will keep.
Right.
I can watch TV on my monitor. I have a big monitor for my computer.
Right.
If it's not working on the computer, I can flip it on and I can be watching, Netflix in 5 minutes.
You bet.
Or just a switch of a button.
You bet.
So this will be my domain. Give me a couch where I can sit on and sleep and give me what do they call those little things? A TV tray where if it's dinner time.
Yep.
I can go to the microwave. Oh, that's another thing I got to keep. Oh, I know I have to get another one because this one's in the house, built in. I have to get
Right.
a
Mine
portable
mine
mic.
is too. My microwave is built in. Yes.
I need
I am
micro.
I am doing I this is the funny part. I am doing exactly what you have just described. I have my microwave, I have the TV tray in front of my one couch, and I don't sleep on it. Okay, I'll give you that. It is a sleeper sofa. It pops open and you can sleep on it and it's really comfy, but I have a real bedroom with a real bed and I like that. Thank you very much. But is this a fancy place? No. I have 4 dinner plates. I have 3 or 4 coffee cups. I have one, the big one that I use all the time. I spent, $30 at Costco or Sam's Club and bought a set of 3 nonstick fry pans, which I make my eggs and bacon in. There's
Oh yeah, I need some
there's going to be
cookware.
nothing to take when I'm gone. Well, the computer. You can have the computer when I'm gone. So there you go. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing
like,
of value in this house.
and I would probably get a. I'd sell the house, get me a camper van,
Right?
and that would become my domain. Sometimes it would be parked at my son's house.
I You've talked about it a
Sometimes,
lot. I believe it.
sometimes it'd be parked up here by some camp because my daughter, HOA,
Right.
she
Right.
couldn't do it. My son could put it in his backyard.
Right.
No one would know the
Where's
difference.
is there which Walmart is closest to Disney? You could just live there. You
I'm
put-
not the big Disney fan, so that won't be an issue.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. There's some news we didn't know before.
I mean I enjoy it when we go, but
Sure, sure.
I'm not like
Let's go to Disney. Yeah. Wait a minute.
still,
You do have, if I look in your garage right now, there's a Disney edition Ionic 5 there. I get it. So,
there's also a golf cart that has it's a red golf cart with little white dots all over it. Looks like a mini.
Minnie Mouse
And,
decorations on
and
it. I got you.
she wants to do it to my
Your
new
scooter.
mobility scooter. No.
Yeah, no. No.
No.
The answer is no. I'd get a couple of the big Buccaneers magnets and put them on, that I like that. What color is the scooter?
Red.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Buccaneers flags. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you
So,
go. So anyway,
there's
yes, I get it. The point to all this is so simple and yet nobody thinks about it, I don't believe. And that is what's going to happen to all of your SHIT when you are gone? And to say, oh, the kids will handle it. Really? Do you really want to put that burden on your kids? Because
You know what though? They deserve it.
They're not going to like it.
You know what? When my son went through his teenage years, I went through hell. When my wife,
Oh, I see.
you know what? This might be
Payback.
coming to them and just like, I may be wherever you are and I may have my hot chocolate going, oh, this is so much fun.
Payback. Payback is a you know what. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get that. That's fine. But still, what if I could have taken a bucket loader, whatever you call one of those little like Bobcat bucket loader things that you see out on the street. If I could have driven that through my mother's house and just scooped up everything and put it in the dumpster, I would have done it because there was almost nothing worth saving in that house. Almost
Well, see,
nothing.
I think I don't know how much I could get, but there's some things I think I could sell in this house. I can make
Sure.
a little money.
Sure. A little.
I can make a little money off of
A
it.
little.
Anybody wants any trinkets? I got them.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't think those things. I don't think that would sell very well. But I think like
No.
some of the stuff, like there's some things in here that would sell. Like there's an
I
old
seem
time
to
radio
remember-
over there.
Yeah, I seem to remember being in the BJ Odom and Susan Odom household a few times. How many teddy bears in that house?
Don't even ask. In fact, I ain't even smart enough to count that high.
Not stuffed critters are
There-
one of her things.
Oh, right now I look to my right and just imagine every snow creature or Christmas creature or whatever. As you walk into our house right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
He might run out
There
of
is
fingers.
13 little stuffed over there on the chair, 14. There's like 15 little stuffed creatures as soon as you walk in, and they're all Christmassy and holiday-y right now, and they're all just right there on the floor when you walk in. You can like walk down the hallway, and the end of the hallway, there they all are.
There they all are.
Now that's just the winter collection, the Christmas collection.
Right? The winter collection.
Let me
This
look
sounds like
around.
going to Saks Fifth Avenue or something here. The winter collection.
Yeah, this is supposed to be my office, but as I look around, oh yeah, they're like, there's quite a few in here too. You go out in the kitchen,
and then
more.
after the first of the year, they'll be swapped out for the spring and summer collection.
Oh yeah,
and then the fall collection for Thanksgiving, etc. That's I understand it's cute. I get it. But it's like what is the current cliche? The juice ain't worth the squeeze. It's just too much work. It's just too much work.
Of course, I'm a little older now, so it doesn't really matter. But the squeeze is what's worth it.
I can't.
When I was younger,
you're the only one that can answer that, not me.
When I was younger, the squeeze was worth it. Now, now I don't even think I'm worth it now. But you know, they always say you just grow old together. That's the stage we're at.
Well, sure.
We've just grown old together, and
You're
now
growing old together, along with a house full of stuffed animals. Yes.
just think if one night at midnight they all come alive, we'll all be dead.
Right. Night at the museum.
Oh my God. Did that bear? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We're going to even get older, and then we're going to have to take medication, and all of a sudden, oh my God, those bears are moving. I know they're moving. Oh my God, they're moving.
Somebody posted on Twitter this week. I saw a post where somebody said, why are museums all closed in the evening? I think it would be fun to have a nighttime tour of the museum. And somebody wrote back, there are literally 3 movies why this is a bad idea. Anyway, yes, that will be your life when things are a little more older and a little more well medicated. Yes.
I can't wait till. Oh, that's one more thing I was going to bring up today. Let's just talk about something else to complain about.
Finish fast. Go ahead.
And why would you do that? Why would you do this?
What?
December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve.
The day before.
Send out, let me say this again. Send out the little jury duty notices. And right on the jury duty notice saying this trial could take up to 5 days of your time.
5 and so all right, so rewind. Let's get this straight. You got a jury duty notification.
No, I did not.
Oh, you did not.
I finally got doctors to say he's too sick to do this.
Oh, you weasel, you weaseled out of it. But so wait a minute. So if you hadn't gotten out of it, you would have had to report on the 23rd?
Susan has to report on the 23rd for a possible 5-day trial.
Well, there's no way, of course, that they would do it over on the holidays. But yes, the week between. I can't imagine they would be open for business for that sort of thing, like the week between Christmas and New Year's. That seems,
Nashville.
But I don't know.
I was in country music for many, many years.
Yep.
Nashville, basically, as far as Music Row and all the record companies and all the people that go out and promote the records and everything else, sure. Nashville, as far as, there's still being music played, but as far as the charts don't, well, that's in any format.
Right.
Charts do not, they stop the week before Christmas, and they don't open back up till the week after. So all the charts are like frozen for 2 weeks. Nothing happens in Nashville in the music industry, except for maybe concerts and people out playing. But as far as the offices with the record reps and the record companies,
all closed.
They're all closed for the 2 weeks.
Sure. As they should be.
Yeah. So why would a courthouse, and even say right there in the, I keep wanting to call it a warrant, but no, jury duty,
Right.
This
Could take 5 days.
we're expecting a 5-day trial on this,
Well,
and having you come in on the 23rd. Why
yeah,
wouldn't you
that
just say, let's just start this right after the Christmas holiday?
absolutely makes no sense. Well, wait a minute now, but that might be a generic thing that they put on all jury duty things, that it could be up to 5 days, because there's no guaranteeing that there's going to be even, you might go in and they might just say, we got nothing today, go home. I've done that twice, in Sarasota County, where I've been called for jury duty, and I sit there from, 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. while all the other, they bring a couple of hundred people, and then some people get picked and some people don't. And both times I've gone home doing nothing. So
I don't know, but I
$15,
learned early in my life one thing you don't say. I don't believe in your judicial system.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that.
They were ready to throw me contempt of court and all this other crap.
Just don't do that.
I go, oh, this is omitted from court. Oh, this is not, you can't. Well, you just heard that, but you didn't hear it. Well, my freaking ears heard it.
Right. The only time I actually got close to a jury duty was in Fort Myers, and it was radio time, and I was a news guy, and I knew everybody. And when that time came for, to interview jurors, and I was in the box, I was right there. Well, Your Honor, I know that officer, and I know that officer, and I'm pretty sure I've talked to you a couple of times, Your Honor. It's like, Mr. Bill, you're good. We'll see you later. Goodbye. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, there was a time they wouldn't let media people even be on juries.
That's true. And I'm the reason why. And I'm not the reason why, but that's exactly my story. All right. Whatever. There you go. All right. Now jury duty for you.
Well, I did say that one time, because they did the little thing, like at the beginning where the guy sits up there. Is there anybody that thinks there's a reason why they shouldn't be here? Come up and tell me now.
Right.
I did that, and they told me to go sit down, shut up, and I could be, if I said that again, I could be in contempt of court.
Wow. Look at you.
I'm going, I've just told you what I thought. I wasn't like
right.
I was just telling my truth, and you have a hissy fit.
They don't, you can't handle the truth, as Jack Nicholson
That's what
said.
You can't handle the truth. Why didn't I use that line? I would have been in jail.
There you go. All right. We got to go. After a slow start, we've been talking way too much. Always happens this way.
It's just like the Bucks. We had a good start. We had a slow middle, and we had a strong ending.
And a strong finish. There you go. That's all that matters. Finish strong. That's all that matters. All right, everybody. Have a great week. Let's see. So this one. All right. So you got some time. We're good.
We're the Mahomes of podcast.
We are the Mahomes of podcasting. I love that. We dance around and make things happen. It's awesome. Have yourself a great week. Don't shop too hard, but have fun out there. We'll talk to you again next week. And until then, just to BJ Odom to say,
see ya.